Tobagonians feel disrespected by the presence of licensing officers. Tobago band leaders calls out CAL for more flights for the upcoming October Carnival. And the Commonwealth Games begins with the hopes of boosting Tobago sports tourism. Good evening. I am Kristen Salandi and welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Friday, 4th of August, 2023. Topping the news tonight. Tobagonians have a right to feel disrespected and to express those feelings, according to Chief Secretary Foley Augustine. He remains strong in his convictions that the TTPS and the licensing division are operating against the THA instead of collaborating with them. Augustine spoke last night on the Tobago Updates Full Disclosure Show. Candice Jackson has the story.
Speaking on Good Morning Tobago, ACP Carlos Hazel and Transport Commissioner Clive Clark declared that they are not trying to bully Tobagonians through their operations on the island. But Chief Secretary Foley Augustine defended the reaction.
People have a right to feel as if this is disrespectful to their Tobagonianness.
The presence of licensing officers is sparking panic across Tobago, with citizens either refusing to drive their vehicles or using group chats to track the whereabouts of officers before venturing out. Many are fearful of being ticketed. Some who were issued tickets complained bitterly about their experiences.
Licensing cannot see themselves as a bully to the people of Tobago. You have to be more present. It can't be the only time you see licensing is when Tobago is abuzz with some major activity where you frustrate people in terms of traffic.
Augustine previously expressed his disapproval that the THA was not consulted about a similar exercise in June, but received heavy criticism for it from the central government.
It is beyond passing strange that the people who are paid by the THA get their overtime paid by the THA, housed by the THA, have all the facilities provided for them by the THA, somehow takes instructions outside of the THA, and the THA is completely ignored in the entire process.
The Chief Secretary also addressed claims from ACP Carlos Hazel, who stated the police did not need permission to operate in Tobago.
You want vehicles, you come by the THA. You want house to live in, you come by the THA. You want to accommodate task force, you come by the THA. But at the same time, take a position that says that the THA is somehow inconsequential to your operations.
Augustine said that by not collaborating, both the TTPS and the licensing division are disrespecting the THA and by extension, the people of Tobago. I am Candice Jackson for Tobago Updates Television News.
Issue of the license inspectors from Trinidad being deported to Tobago, we wanted to know how the citizens of Tobago felt about this in this Tobago Says segment.
It shows me that central government is working not with THA but against THA to propel their own cause in Tobago. And I find that's a disrespect and a slap in the face of Tobagonians.
It's good because one, they have to look for stolen vehicles.
When all these license officers leave from Trinidad and come over here, what happened to Trinidad? What they are trying to show Tobago is that the license officers and Tobago are inadequate. Because you're not supposed to leave Trinidad and come to Tobago here when we have license officers across here. Look right now on the taxi stand, you go there, is 1,000 people standing on this big Friday afternoon. Where are the taxis for them to go home? I'm only one driver, I'm only one taxi driver. I could only take as much. You understand? But where the taxi drivers, people, some of them, all day they're going, they're tired, they want to go home. It is affecting every single person. Fortunately for us right now, school is closed. But what if school was open now? It would have been worse. It would have been worse. So it is a terrible, it's time for them to go back and don't have them coming to Tobago again. It is really affecting every single individual. Every time I carry passengers in my car, as they enter, they start complaining.
License officers in Tobago, so I don't see the need to bring a set of license officers from Trinidad. It's not like you have a set of criminals over here.
Why is they coming to Tobago to harass the poor people on the road trying to make $2 to buy a little grocery? It should not be. They should not. We licensing officer here, they should have the same patrol, not like that. And these people have no courtesy for nobody over here, nobody whatsoever.
Licensing officers, maxi taxi drivers, private vehicle owners, and other law enforcement bodies, along with other key stakeholders, were present at a public forum yesterday at the Scarborough Library Auditorium. The discussions brought to the light issues affecting the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act. Bianna Brebner attended the consultation and tells us more in this report.
Transport Commissioner Clive Clark reiterated that he was happy for the opportunity to present on issues relating to motor vehicle issues on the nation's road. Though the licensing officers are on a joint exercise with the TTPS, he believes that the key reason for this forum was to educate, sensitize and inform citizens regarding concerns and practices on the nation's road with motor vehicle users. Clark believes that the challenges on the roads can be avoided, but reminders are necessary to eradicate them.
We are seeing vehicles being rented to persons with fraudulent permits when we stop them. We are seeing vehicles rented to persons who are disqualified. We are seeing persons rented vehicles where the vehicle itself, the assurance necessary for rental.
As it relates to Taxi Association, the transport officers reached out in discussion with the Maxi Taxi Advisory Council, giving individuals the opportunity with white buses and white vans to convert those to taxi under the stipulation of the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act. However, when plans are in place and these officers turn their backs, these owners revert to what is not required by the law.
Allowing them to carry 8 passengers, bring the vehicle to H, put in necessary verification not to expand. And while we have done that for a couple of them, and we would have boasted about it, we have used them as example, we are finding some of those when we turn our back, they remove what they put in place and also put the barriers and put the extra seats, etc.
Clark highlighted, those citizens are willing to conform to every aspect of the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act. There are some trends picking up in Tobago with the new vehicle inspection system.
Unfortunately, through our new system, we are finding 2 things. A number of stolen vehicles. Of stolen vehicles also registered twice. Yes, registered on the asset register of the licensing database. Worrying, eh? We are finding vehicles which basically the chassis number has been tampered with, and tampered with not to the point of minor rot. Tampered with to the point of as you say in the computer environment, cut and paste.
Clark urged individuals to get their vehicles inspected, not just as a roadworthy inspiration, but as a data verification inspection. Mr. Clark said he's aware that Tobago is short of testing stations, but encouraged businessmen to open testing stations on the island. He also encouraged persons in the business of renting vehicles to pay attention by using the licensing online system to verify whether persons renting vehicles are bona fide drivers, check demerit points, look at their habits before renting the vehicles. Bianna Brebner, Tobago Updates Television News.
More news after the break. Keep it here.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Inner Health, number 13B Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard, I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Welcome back to the Tobago television news. 5 bands have already launched their costumes ahead of Tobago's October Carnival. However, one band leader believes that even with better planned festivities and attractive packages from bands, Carnival would not be successful if Caribbean Airlines refuses to schedule sufficient flights ahead of time. Candice Jackson tells us more.
Monkey Mask was the first band to launch their costumes for the Tobago Carnival. They decided to get ahead of the game in order to attract a large number of participants, according to the manager of Jade Monkey Bar and Casino, Sean Anthony.
For some reason, we have a lot of international sign-ups, which is good, for them to come to Tobago and get that Tobago experience. So far, we're really happy of what's happening at this point.
Jane Monkey teamed up with the legendary Ronnie and Caro brand in Trinidad to produce masks. They first collaborated in 2022. While they did not wait for the THA to announce the details of this year's edition, Anthony hoped for earlier planning.
Last year was the first, so of course, they'll have little, things to tweak and that kind of stuff. But this year, a bit late still. I'm still thinking after the National Carnival, there should be some form of consultation early to prepare the international guests.
Despite wanting earlier planning, Anthony stated he is pleased with some of the changes discussed at a recent stakeholders meeting. However, he said no matter how good their plans would be, Caribbean Airlines will be the downfall of Tobago Carnival.
I still think that we need to engage Caribbean Airlines, right, to bring on more flights onto the within that time frame. We are suffering, and we need that assistance from Caribbean Airlines for the Carnival period.
Anthony, along with other bands, complained that they were unable to attract enough participants last year because flights were not available between Trinidad and Tobago. It is one of the reasons why Arcadia, which had the largest crew on the road, chose not to take part this year. Jane Monkey's managers said they are willing to give it another shot, but admitted it is a challenge.
The fact is, the international guest is not going to be good on standby in Trinidad. That's not going to happen. I mean, they're going to get frustrated. They're going to blast us. They're going to, so we urging, maybe do some Miami to Tobago, Toronto, directly to Tobago, New York, we have already, Atlanta, and that kind of stuff too. So that way you kind of free up the space between Trinidad and Tobago.
There are only 12 flights a day between Trinidad and Tobago. It is only half of the number of flights that was scheduled before the COVID-19 pandemic. The Tobago Carnival will take place from the 27th to the 30th of October, with the Tobago Jam event kicking off the festivities on the 31st of August. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
On the heels of the Commonwealth Youth Games, a new sports facility comes to Tobago. Courland Beach Sport Facility is the newest addition to Tobago's sporting infrastructure, creating a platform to help boost sport tourism on the island. Janae Campbell has this report.
George Leacock, chairman of the Tobago Task Force, confidently expressed that the Courland Beach facility is completed and ready to host beach sports activities on the island.
We are getting good reviews from the persons who have arrived on the island. They are prepared, they are impressed by the facilities, they're ready to go. We have some little this and that to fix up, but those of us who have been around sport for a while, we know that it's perfectly normal for sport around the world.
Acting Chief Administrator Denise Tobikwashi conveyed that a novel opportunity has been created to advance our local sporting sector.
Truly, the creation of the Courland Beach facility is a twofold victory. We are witnessing not solely the preparation for the Commonwealth Youth Games, but also simultaneously the expansion of Tobago's sporting infrastructure. Courland is already teeming with history, and in the next few days, more pages will be written.
Assistant Secretary in the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, Mr. Wayne Clark, highlighted that there are many opportunities that can be derived from the opening of this facility.
The seed has been sown, and we have the responsibility to take care of this facility, steer it in the right way, make the most of it. And even to the children, I hope that we develop programs that could get you involved. And even in pushing sport tourism, that when any sporting organizations come to the island, that we could have a team here that could engage them.
Meanwhile, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine outlined the myriad of sporting activities to which the facility can be utilized.
This facility can be used for beach volleyball, as it will be used for during the next 2 weeks, beach football, and we have built it so that we can have beach football at regulation size, international regulation size, with practice court, if you please, beach tennis, beach basketball, beach handball, beach netball, beach rugby, beach foot volley, beach golf, and if all else fail, we could go there and play cricket.
Janae Campbell, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Asante Hini Otofuo Osei Tutu II visited Trinidad on Sunday for a week's official visit on the invitation of the government of the Caribbean nation. As the visit is almost coming to an end, Tobago did not have the opportunity to welcome the Asante Hini. Despite the king's inability to come to Tobago, he had an eventful week in Trinidad as the Asante Hini and his delegation were treated to the sweet songs of the steel pan at the Desperados Steel Orchestra Pan Theatre in Port of Spain on Wednesday. The Asante Hini met with the Ashanti diaspora and paid courtesy calls to the Prime Minister and the President of Trinidad and Tobago. He also spoke to the Asante Hini in distinguished lectures at the University of the West Indies and Trinidad and Tobago, and attended a trade and investment symposium to promote trade and investment between Africa and the Caribbean. The Asante King is expected to leave Trinidad today to return to Ghana. Innovators in Tobago's tourism and creative sectors are invited to receive reimbursement grants. The Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts launched the Digitalization of the Tourism and Creative Sectors Initiative. This is aimed at developing digital and innovative capacity within the creative and tourism industries in the country. Janae Campbell tells us more.
Local tourism businesses and those within the creative sector are now afforded a unique opportunity to digitize their business and receive funding through the DOTS initiative.
This program offers local creatives and operators financial incentives to develop innovative projects that use digital technology to take Trinidad and Tobago's tourism and creative offerings to the world.
The world is experiencing a massive digital transformation, and Trinidad and Tobago is on board. The Ministry of Tourism has created a pathway to incentivize digitalization of our local tourism and creative sectors.
DOTS provides a reimbursable grant of up to $50,000 off of your initial investments. With a rapid global advancement of technology, we find ourselves on the cusp of a digital revolution. The time has come for Trinidad and Tobago to leverage the immense potential of digitalization and create a more seamless, safe, and immersive tourism and creative industry.
Environmental preservation and climate change are key issues affecting countries globally. The Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts believes that this initiative can positively impact the environment.
By embracing technology, we can reduce the reliance on paper-based systems and minimize the carbon footprint associated with traditional tourism practices. DOTS is excited to see projects like app creation and implementation, virtual reality, geotagging, e-commerce products, augmented reality, and more.
And for those who are interested in applying,
DOTS is open to any adult citizen of Trinidad and Tobago that has been registered in the tourism or creative sector for at least 3 years. For more information on how you can apply, visit the ministry's website at www.mtca.gov.tt/stakeholder-support-center.
More news when we return after the break.
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
Summerama, real steam for the summer at Standard. Is a dream for the summer. Dreamy, steamy, Standard. What you have? What you have? All the best deals, no drama. Standard be deed like a hammer. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more, we got more. Standards have what is urgent for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online in store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beaten on quality and price. It's nice.
Tobago, after freeness is more speed and better TV. Get a free Samsung smartphone and free installation, plus 200 megabits per second, Paramount Plus, and more for only $299 with a select 200 plan from Flow. Visit online at discoverflow.co today.
October will never be better with Tobago Carnival fever. Book your passage and come on over.
Jade, Monkey, stand tall. We celebrate a living legend, Curtis Garant, the Outer International General Garant.
As a send me on a mission, as a banter.
Garanti.
The shot call.
On the 6th of August, it's a celebration with the General Grant, and he's coming with his friends, Gordonite, Ziggy Rankin, Ice Sasha, and Prophet Benjamin. Your DJs, Trent
Seta Goofy, and adjacent to artistry. Dreads International. Admission only $100 at the door. You pay more. Get your tickets now at Jade Monkey Bar, Barcode, Happy Place Bar, and Pablo Supermarket. For more information, call 266-6626 or 366-0991. Follow us on Instagram at Jade Monkey Bar TBG, on Facebook at Jade Monkey Bar Tobago. It's a celebration with the General Grant on the 6th of August from 9 p.m. at the Jade Monkey. This event powered by Digicel, Carib, Cool Control Air Conditioning, and Blue Heron Establishment.
Welcome back to the Tobago Updates television news. The licensing department will be closed for sanitation from Friday, 4th of August 2023 until Wednesday, August 9th, 2023, as stated by the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development. The division stated that this exercise is a component of the Tobago House of Assembly's overall plan to enhance health, safety and environmental compliance in the Sherburne District. The road exercises of the licensing inspectors and TTPS will not be impacted by this closure. The licensing department will resume operations on Thursday, August 10th, 2023. Getting into some sports news now. It is action time in Tobago and in Trinidad as the Commonwealth Youth Games officially got started today. Tobago will be hosting 4 events in beach volleyball, rugby, netball and triathlon. Sports reporter Marcus Daniel has the details.
The eagerly anticipated Commonwealth Youth Games kicked off with a vibrant carnival-inspired parade of teams simultaneously taking place at Hazy Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain and a Shaw Park Cultural Complex in Tobago. Originally scheduled for 2021 in Trinidad and Tobago, the Games faced postponement due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Team TTO will be proudly represented by 74 athletes across 7 sports at CYG 2023. The Hazy Crawford Stadium will witness strong competition in athletics, with Tobagonians Emmanuel Matthew and Johnny DeGans expected to be formidable medal contenders. Trinidad will host athletics, cycling and swimming, while Tobago will stage beach volleyball, netball fast 5, rugby sevens and triathlon events. With athletes hailing from 71 Commonwealth countries, CYG 2023 promises to be a captive spectacle. The excitement begins Saturday in Tobago with men's beach volleyball tournament featuring 2 sessions from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Defending champions England will face tough competition from Canada, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, South Africa and host nation TNT. In the women's event, Australia, Cayman Islands, Scotland, Kenya, Bermuda and TNT will battle it out for glory. The newly constructed state-of-the-art Corland Beach Sport Arena will serve as the venue for the games, hosting competition from August 5th to 10th. With enthusiasm running high, athletes and spectators alike eagerly await the exceptional display of talent and sportsmanship that will unfold throughout the duration of CYG 2023. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
FC Phoenix is proving to be one of the top teams in the Tobago Football Association League. The Canaan-based team won all their matches so far. Marcus Daniel tells us more about these winnings.
Currently, the Tobago Football Association League sees FC Phoenix, Stokey Vale and Georgia leading their respective conferences. In the Western Conference, defending champions FC Phoenix have secured 2 wins, scoring an impressive 7 goals while conceding only 1. However, newcomers Eagles FC are also unbeaten in 2 matches, holding the second position due to a slightly lesser goal difference. Plymouth-based Stokey Vale holds the top spot with 4 points. Nonetheless, they face stiff competition from teams like Bertie Sinclair's Sporting Academy, Singland Hill United and Colner Hall FC. Meanwhile, the Eastern Conference has 4 teams with 3 points each, all having won their sole game. Georgia FC, Charlottesville Police Club, Silas FC and FC Goodwood will vie to establish a clear lead as action resumes this weekend. In today's matches within the Central Conference, Stokey Vale clashed with Singland Hill United. Bertie Sinclair's Sporting Academy went head-to-head with Golden Lane, and Leeds United squared off against Colner Hall. Tobago Updates Sports will provide results in a subsequent newscast, keeping fans and enthusiasts updated on the latest developments in the Tobago Football Association League. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Updates Sports.
We are at the end of our newscast, but before we go, here are the headlines once more. Tobagonians feel disrespected by the presence of licensing officers. Tobago band leaders calls out CAL for more flights for the upcoming October Carnival. And the Commonwealth Games begins with the hopes of boosting Tobago sports tourism. I am Kristen Salandi. Thank you for joining us and wishing you a good night.